brother man. Mans. Brother man. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Dude, your slurs are out of hand.
Hell yes. Yes, hell. We're doing it another week. We're gonna talk to each other about feet.
Oh, I wanted to say,
I'm making hella money.
I want to say something real quick. Thank you, Juicebox, for sending out my mug.
Oh,
really
dude, don't be
appreciate
doing this. I ain't sending out shit, dude. You
that's
got
part of
that
the problem.
personal
Finally got,
mug,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, we know.
I need you to give me a mug before I leave today.
It's like
so I
every
can-
podcast.
Nah, dude. I mean, we skipped a couple. I need it. The boy needs it, dude. He needs it. We gotta get it. You also still need to send me the file for the main thing so I can send it and get it printed. And
It's right
then-
there.
What do I do with that, dude? How do I call Moto Photo? And be like,
Take
hey.
a picture.
So I got this.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it as soon as we're done. I'll send it to you.
So I got this Vizio in a basement, right? It's a 40-inch, and
I think it's bigger than that.
it's a 42-inch,
I
and
think it's still bigger than that.
do you? Wait, that thing's a 50?
I think so, at least.
Nah, 42.
That's what I'm saying, my dudes.
Dude.
Xbox,
At least 85.
3 36-inch TVs up on Facebook Marketplace. He knows
That one
Bro.
over there is a 52.
Bro,
so
I am-
what do you think that one is?
48.
42, dog. I'm slanging, man. Dude,
Listen,
you have a tape measure
yeah.
conveniently, like down
Why
here?
the fuck?
Fucking go grab it. It's from corner
No,
to corner.
no, we're not
diagonally.
doing this stupid ass shit.
I'll
You
do it,
fucking
dude.
morons and your
Where's the
goddamn
tape measure at?
dumbass things. You
What's
guys
up,
want to hear?
players?
You guys want to hear a story? Do you want to do your thing early, or you do want to do your thing late?
No, dude. What's your story? What do you got for me, dude?
I wanted to
I'll
tell
hear
you
your
guys a story about shark murder.
Schmurder.
A
Shark murder.
A
Bobby Schmurder.
A shirter.
A Bobby Schroeder.
There's a shark murder, all right?
Bobby Schroeder.
Bobby
Babby-
Schroeder.
Babby Shakurder. Tupac Shakurder.
Come on, dude.
So in 1935, right, there was a fisherman, all right? And they caught a tiger shark, which is what happens when a tiger mates with a shark. Tiger shark. Now,
He's good.
some people don't know that
A tart.
that the cats like water, but they do. They like fishy water because they like
Who's
fish.
catfish?
Exactly. Well, that's exactly
It's
how.
half cat, half
that's
fish.
half cat, half fish. Yeah, but these are half tiger, half shark. Okay. And they range. Some of them are the body of a shark and the tail of a lion.
Tiger.
Or tiger.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lion
That's
shark.
a lion shark. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Stop lying.
yeah. The only way you can tell the difference of them is one has a mane.
Yeah. They also live near Maine.
You know what I'm saying, man?
So this is a tiger shark that was caught and put on display in Sydney, Australia.
Who's Sydney?
Australia. And then within a week of it,
That's what I'm trying to figure out. How'd they get a shark in
Yeah,
a
why'd they put it
person?
in Sydney?
Shark murderer.
What'd she do?
She ate
Schmurder.
she asked for a shark. So within a week of it becoming captured and put into this aquarium, it became ill. Ended up
Sick as fuck,
Damn,
dog.
that thing was grinding all the coral
Bro,
reefs
they-
in that
they didn't
tank,
kill it?
dude.
No, they didn't kill it.
Oh,
They put it in
he's
an aquarium.
killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This
dude, he was
motherfucker's
fucking
ill.
They
killing
captured it to put it into an aquarium.
This is gonna get worse.
A zoo, like an aquarium for them to see.
He used like a normal like cat trap.
Dude, he was shredding them barrels,
They
dude, and he was
they
ill
used
as
a bowl
fuck.
of milk soup or tuna
Milk soup.
tuna
Man,
milk.
I was gonna say, is it milk soup?
It's a chowder.
Sometimes. If you wait long enough, it's yogurt.
Ew, dude.
So he ended up vomiting. He regurgitated in front of a small crowd of people.
That would have been the best show ever.
That's their
Mommy,
return.
mommy, I got thrown up on. This is awesome.
No one told me this was the splash, so.
Shark sugar.
He knew, dude.
What do you guys have any guesses for what he threw up?
An arm.
I'm gonna say
flipper.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say just a hand.
You remember when we were kids and you could get those goggles that had like a shark head attached to it, and you could get like the shark fins?
Yeah, dude.
You remember those?
And like the creature from the Black
I can't-
Lagoon
I
thing.
Yeah, you would have like the hands
Yeah,
and like the
like the
feet.
claws.
You guys remember that?
What?
Like the goggles you could get with like the shark head on it,
Yeah.
and the fins.
And the fin-
And the creature.
That's what he threw up.
Lagoon
Okay.
one.
So he ended up throwing up. You were both right. He ended up throwing a hand and a forearm, with the forearm bearing a distinctive tattoo. All right. So it
Oh
said
my
that as he
God.
threw it up, there was people down below and it ended up just kind of floating around in the water.
Arms float?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, when they're not attached to a
I
body.
I guess we still have air in the lungs.
Yeah.
In the arm.
In the arms of a shark's mouth.
It's terrible, dude.
So, what they did is they took the hand out, obviously, because it made him sick. He can't eat it again. And they took fingerprints of the hand, and I identified the arm of that as of a former boxer and petty criminal named Jim Smith.
Is this why he was a former boxer, because he doesn't have an arm anymore?
No, he's a forearm boxer.
Yeah, well, his career's over.
Yeah,
So once he lost his forearm,
he's gonna do kickboxing for the rest of his life.
So he was missing since
An arm.
April 7th.
have you seen my arm?
It's all over.
I was
McCartney's-
swimming and it's now missing.
I went into the water with 2 arms.
And I came out with one. This guy technically a small arms dealer.
just 4 arms, older ones. Before arms.
So, what they revealed was that the knife had been cut, or that the arm had been cut with a knife, and not actually bit off by a shark.
They do this in the 20s?
30s.
I guess they could tell. They were like, that's awfully straight.
Yeah, you would be able to tell whether it was ripped and like mauled apart
I'll-
Chopped off.
I also
and, like,
think-
disposed of.
I think
Yeah.
knife attacks were more common.
Yo, hold on. Before this story gets
Yeah.
any further,
Yeah.
I think I know what's going on.
It's a stabbing shark.
No.
both parties were
Somebody's feeding
excused.
this shark, right?
Somebody said he's sleeping with the fishes.
Somebody's feeding this shark.
Do you think
What
he's
was that cartoon with the shark drummer?
Muscle sharks.
fishtails?
No, was
No,
that
I know what you're
Josie and the
talking about.
Pussycats?
No.
Whoa!
The big ass shark that.
That with drums.
Yeah, dude.
Shark drums. His name was like
Shrumps.
Shrums.
The Shrummer.
Drarks.
Ray Shrummered.
So,
it was him. That's what I'm getting at. That's a long way to get to. It was him.
what they ended up doing is, this obviously led to a murder investigation. So the early inquiries implicated a Sydney businessman named Reginald William Lloyd Holmes.
Sounds like a
And he
murder.
was a fraudster and a smuggler who also managed a successful family boat building business. So he's a man
Many talents.
well versed on the water, has connections, and he also has a bad background. So
He's got a
Yeah,
bad
bad
forearm.
back.
he had also employed this Jim Smith, the guy who owns our arm in question. He had employed him several times to work insurance scams. So the pair soon began engaging in criminal activity with another man named Patrick Francis Brady, who was an ex-serviceman and convicted forger.
6-time Super Bowl champ.
But he couldn't forge an arm.
Oh my god, dude.
That good get ya.
Stupid. So, on the record, evidently, Smith was last seen drinking and playing cards with Patrick Francis
With
Brady.
this right arm.
Yeah. It's the last time.
I'm all in.
It's the last time he could say he had a good hand.
He's only got a left one.
Yeah. So they were playing at the Cecil Hotel in the southern Sydney suburb of Cronulla on 7th of April in 1935. After telling his wife that he was going fishing.
Ooh.
Yeah. He didn't tell her that he was going to be the bait.
The question is, did he catch anything?
Caught a
Something
shark.
caught him. So he rented a small cottage in Toowoomba Street, Cronulla at the time, before he was missing, and police alleged that he was murdered at the cottage. So they searched report hacking in Guanamata Bay.
What the fuck is going on?
Guanamata Bay, sorry.
Guanamata?
Guanamata
yeah,
Bay.
y'all say I'm
Onomatopoeia?
Guanamata Bay. Guanamata Bay by the Navy and the Air Force, but they never found the rest of his body.
We
So-
pick all the articles with the hardest words in them.
Yeah. So Brady was arrested on May 16th, which is a month and a week later, and charged with the murder. And initially he denied any association, but 4 days later, on May 20th, he went into his boat shed and attempted suicide by shooting himself in the head with a .32 caliber pistol.
I have one of those.
Yeah. Any questions? What happens to him?
Well, he
Gets
lost his
eaten by
head.
the shark.
Yeah, he falls in the water.
Nope.
Hold on, we want more guesses.
No,
We need more
this is
guesses.
Holmes. This is the guy that they're saying killed Jim, not the guy that lost his arm.
No, we gotta
This
keep
is
having
the-
a couple
this
more
is the
guesses.
killer.
He went
What-
noodling for shark.
So he tried to commit murder. What
He
what
accidentally
happened?
shot somebody else.
All right. What do you think happened, Juice?
He missed. The bullet ricochets and he kills the shark.
The guy that's accused of
Bing,
murdering.
bing, 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 bing.
The guy that's accused of murdering the missing arm dude
Yeah.
tries to kill himself. That's what
Correct.
you're saying.
Correct.
How does he do it, and what happens? Do we know how he tried?
He tried to do it, but what happens? Because there is a significant part of the story that happens next.
I mean, assumingly, since it's such a small fucking bullet, it like ricocheted in his head and it did something, and he survived, and he lost he lost some part of his brain function.
Beings, this whole thing sounds like Scooby-Doo. I think the guy pulled his mask off and he was a shark the whole
Oh,
time.
it was the shark dude.
Well, let me tell you, the juice box, you're correct in that he lived, because the bullet, instead of penetrating his skull bone, it ended up being so dense and thick, like Carl's, that the bullet instead flattened against the bone of his forehead, and all he had was a concussion.
Who commits suicide by shooting themselves in the
shit.
forehead?
No, he tried to commit murder.
Suicide.
Right. Oh, no, this was suicide?
Oh, yeah.
Joke's on you, I need an ambulance, but for me.
Imagine you're so bad at everything.
You can't even murder yourself.
Yeah.
So eventually, after he got over his concussion by stupidity,
That would be such a hell of a concussion.
Do you tell anybody?
Was
Or do
he,
you
like-
keep that to yourself? Do you just walk around with a Band-Aid and just not say anything?
it's a hell of a band-aid.
It's like,
You're going to be bleeding.
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
bad.
that bruising,
Yeah,
too.
but if
dude,
you
his
own
whole
gauze and some
forehead's
fucking
gonna be
tape.
he's
purple,
like Nelly,
dude.
but on his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, do you just not tell anyone? Like, what happened? Oh, I fell and hit my forehead on a nail.
I tripped while I was carrying my pool stick.
Fucking. Because like he didn't even fracture his skull. So I would just
Well, I mean, this is from the 30s. He probably did. They're like,
might
that
have.
doesn't look broken.
He might have fractured his skull.
looks like JFK. He's like, yeah, we'll put it back.
Sometimes it just does that.
But the good news is that I think that knocked some sense into him, because eventually he cooperated with the police and stated that he killed Smith, that Brady had killed Smith, dismembered his body, and snowed it into a trunk that he had then thrown into Guanamata Bay. The end.
So he didn't feed the shark. The shark just ate out of the trunk.
He probably, yeah.
Yeah, he
I'm
backed
sure
the car
that-
up.
yeah.
Shark pulled up. He was like, this looks good.
Beep.
Wait, they
beep,
found
beep.
his body in the trunk?
I don't know if I don't think they ever found his body.
How do they know that his body was thrown in the trunk?
He told him. The killer.
Shark arm case.
So like
Charm.
they just so happened to catch the shark that had that specific part of his body, and there's other
Dude, I'd be
sharks
so
out there.
pissed off. Because
Probably.
first of all, you never
3.5
just catch-
meter tiger shark.
Because
big
most
shark.
sharks travel. Not
That's
all sharks.
what, 11 and a half feet?
Most sharks
roughly?
kind of travel.
3.5
Imagine-
times 3. I'm bad at
imagine
math.
That's how bad your luck is. That like
Oh, 10.5 foot.
somebody catches a shark, which I get. You can catch a shark. Usually they kill them and then they'll find stuff in their stomach. But like not even to that point. Like they capture it, put it in a fucking aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time inside of that,
You can't trust nobody, not even sharks.
nah, dude. Streets ain't safe. These waters ain't safe, dude. That's what I've been trying to preach for years. But
To be fair, the shark was just doing shark stuff and ate.
No, he's an accomplice.
yeah, nah, dude. The shark's definitely. Well, I mean,
You think the shark's to blame?
He's just doing his damn thing.
That's what I mean.
but-
He was just doing shark shit.
Sounds like a shark tail.
Hey, it's better than being killed by a shark.
It's fish tail.
That's true. That's true. Having your arm in a shark is way worse than having your arm,
in a shark.
Well, I mean, if you got shot and killed and then dumped, At least it was instant rather than being thrown like in a
He was
live-
being good. He
like
put him back
alive
in the
a trunk
ecosystem.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Although you're not supposed to feed the birds bread, you're not supposed to feed the sharks humans.
I mean, they've been doing a pretty good job of feeding
You're not
themselves.
supposed
Yeah,
to.
they're pretty. They're
Yeah.
You're not
Fucking
supposed
orcas
to
are figuring it out
morally,
now.
but, you know.
That's a whole different thing.
Like, humans really aren't that bad tasting. I love when people are like, oh, sharks don't like the taste of human. What fucking shark did you talk to?
Yeah, the
I'm pretty sure they're just like food.
Yeah, exactly.
They're
like
giant eating machines.
They're opportunists.
iron and blood and pungent. That's all they're thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sharks don't prey necessarily on humans,
I
but
wouldn't-
like they take the no. But like if you're
People are
in the
getting
middle of the
fucking attacked
ocean,
left and
dude,
right
and they're
right now.
hungry, you drop in the water, you're looking pretty delicious.
Shark just
They're
do
gonna eat
shark
you.
shit.
Yeah, they do shark shit.
Well, after they're done eating you, yeah.
They don't hunt. Like they're not like through generations bred to hunt.
I think they
humans.
figure it out.
Have you seen the news lately? A lot of people are getting eaten.
They hunt prey, and that's
Yeah, they
that's
hunt
really
prey.
all.
They're not.
The reason why they don't typically attack people is because we don't go in deep
Right.
water regularly.
And the reason we get attacked when we're in water is because we don't do well in water, so we look like prey. So they attack.
They're like, oh, wow, that's a really wounded fish.
Yeah, but
plus
that's
if you're
why shark
hungry,
attacks,
dude,
like
they're gonna
they
see
say
and
that they
smell
don't
ya.
they don't hunt humans because usually most
Well, 'cause
humans
they
are at a
don't-
beach and
they
it's
don't-
shallow water.
They don't purchase license.
Yeah,
know that-
they're not paying their taxes.
It's
That's
such
what
an
it
easy,
is.
It's such an easy task. I wouldn't say it's hunting.
Yeah,
Fair.
Like, you know, one of them.
but like sharks don't come into that shallow water unless they're in need of food that badly. That they're going for anything that's available.
You know what I'm in need of badly?
What are you in need of, dude?
I'm in need of learning about my mummy
Yeah, what do
and
you
the
have
things
about
that Juicebox
friggin-
has to tell me about them.
No, what do you have about this?
I think you need to
friggin'
hear Juicebox's
275,
ridiculous
dude? I don't know what this shit
idea
is.
of being somewhere, as he said earlier today, that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, so like I looked over at Dot earlier and I was like, you know, like, do you ever feel like you're just kind of there? And I'm like, obviously, physically, wherever you are in the moment, you're there.
Hold
but
on.
like mentally, don't unplug my mic.
No,
It's
no.
too far
he-
away.
I was gonna say there's
He's sparking.
unless I
He's
unplug
sparking
it.
up, dude.
That's because he's trying to understand your point of view.
Go
Good
on.
luck.
Go on.
I had just asked him if he ever just kind of felt like meh.
But the way he worded
Like,
it was,
mentally, not
have you ever
physically,
been
just as,
somewhere, like, obviously you are where you are, but
Like,
like,
you
have you
are
ever
where you
have you
are.
ever been somewhere and like just felt like you're not where you are right now?
Like,
And
say
I looked
you've
at him, I
been
go,
here-
what the fuck did you just try to say to me?
I mean, like, say you came to the studio before, right? And like you're mentally not. I mean, like physically you're here, but like mentally, would you ever say like you may have not been here?
What you're referring to is called dissociation. And it is a thing that a lot of people go through, and I experience myself. It's where you
That's why I was
You're-
asking him.
you're-
He
you're
started making
present-
fun of me.
We're
for
making
it,
fun of you. We're not
dude.
making fun of you for
You're
what you're
present-
trying to ask.
you're
It's how
present
you're
but
asking.
not present.
Yeah.
It's where
Yeah.
you're in a place, but you're not really there. You're not really in the state of like.
Yeah,
being
it's like
present.
meh.
It's like being at work the day before you go on vacation. You're not mentally at work. You're ready to go on
Or
vacation.
the day you get back,
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's
Or
how
any
it's
other
like-
day at work.
or just every day for some people.
Yeah.
But yes, I know what you mean. I go through. There's
It was
times
the way
I'll
he
have-
was
I'll have
asking,
weeks
that
at a time where I feel like that, where it's just
Yeah,
like
I just
you're just
worded
kind of
it.
going
I
through
feel
the
like
motions.
everybody feels that way, but just we weren't making fun of you because of we don't
It
feel
was-
The
that.
question
Yeah.
was my.
It was
my-
your
It was the way
stoner
you're
brain trying to
bring-
describe it.
Bring this information to us.
Juicebox,
was
what-
brought to us in a fucking soaked
What
cardboard
was happening
box.
is the same thing that happened last week. Is I said something, you said basically the same thing, but you said it in Juicebox, Ian,
And unless you're fluent in it,
and I said no, that's not right. And then, but you were also saying
Yeah,
no,
no,
that's
we
not
were
right.
saying the same thing.
Yeah.
dude. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It's not right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just like,
when you listen to it, Carl, you will at one point I have to step in and go, no, what Juice is trying to say is,
yeah,
and
dude,
Juice goes,
we
yes,
were- yeah,
that's
like,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
that's
to
what I'm fucking
say.
saying. Yeah, we were saying the same.
They were on.
shit.
They were arguing the same argument, but they didn't know each other. Like
Yeah, we were
Juice understood what
arguing.
Matt was trying to say, but Matt could not decode what Juice was trying to get across.
And then we kissed about it, and everything was okay.
We did
dude.
not kiss. I will
Dude,
never
you ever-
put my body part
like,
against your
the
body
way you
part.
explain something could be so fast and easy.
It's the most
You-
round. It's the scenic route.
Yeah, you take. You,
You really sand the edges off so
Well,
nobody gets hurt.
You explain every
St.
detail of a
Andrews,
story.
dude.
You that's what you do. You when you
He's a
tell
showman.
a story, you have to tell if you were to explain this room, you would explain every detail about every little thing on that shelf versus just being like, yeah, there's some shelves over there with shit on it, and there's things over here. You'd be
Well,
like,
yeah,
this
dude,
shelf has
because
on the
when
top
I-
left there's a toaster. Then
You're a
there's
showman.
And
You're a
there's
showman.
veggie sticks on the bottom left on the third shelf, and the people need to know about the veggie sticks, dude. They're delicious. They're fucking salted. He's got the friggin' ranch ones.
Wait, can you actually read that from here?
Oh, I think he just knows.
No, I just know about my veggie sticks.
Oh, I was
dude.
gonna
You got
say
this-
because
I
I'm
don't know the
looking
middle
through
one.
my glasses and I can't really read it that well
And I'm
from
gonna
here.
say,
I can
the
barely see the
middle one with the
Cheez-Its.
gold banner is probably like a Harvest Cheddar or something. But I got the other two down, salt and ranch, baby. I know what I'm talking about, dude.
Did you just
Yeah,
say
but
you
the
got
people-
the downs?
Oh yeah, we knew that.
You know I get down with the veggie sticks, dog.
Okay.
You
Whatever you say, honey.
Tell me about these friggin'. Tell me
About the
these
mummy parade?
mummies, dude. Yeah, what happens about mummies?
So this year is the 275th anniversary of Reading, Pennsylvania, which is where all four of us are from.
What? Oh, this
So-
guy.
I'm from my mom.
In the 1800s, Matt's pulling up the article so you can pull the exact year. There was a man.
Stone Man Willie.
There was a man
yeah.
who was arrested, and when he was arrested, they asked for his name, and at first he said William Penn. As you can imagine, that was a very common alias for the time. And they said, no, it's fucking not. So they kept him in jail forever. He eventually died in jail.
What crimes was he accused of to be put there? in the
You'd have to
first
find the
place?
whole story on Stone Man Willie. But eventually he gets...
Embalmed.
No one comes and claims him when he dies. No one says, that is my
Which is
relative,
always
that
a
is my
shame,
friend.
dude.
So he goes to the Allman Funeral Home. The Allman
Oh,
Funeral
wow,
Home...
there's a picture. I'm looking
Yeah.
at him.
You used to be able to go see him.
Yeah. So the Allman Funeral Home decides we are going to embalm the piss out of this guy. They tested all different types of embalming techniques and shit on this man. He literally becomes a statue. So for the last 120 years or so, whenever they first picked him up.
128.
So they kept him in the lobby of Allman Funeral Home, and you could go see him, and his name is Stone Man Willie.
Yeah, I think schools used to go.
Yeah, they would take children and go tour it. You're not on Bluetooth. So this year, for the inaugural 275th anniversary of Reading, he is going to be on a float. They are going to drive him around the city during the
They
parade.
should stand him up to make he's like look like he's like
Bro,
legit a
that's
ghost.
gonna be
Just like
fucking.
So they are going to
crazy,
drive him
dude.
around, and after the parade, he is finally going to be buried.
Dude, they should do him like the Pope.
When is this
mobile.
happening, dude? We should pull
October.
up and show respect.
October 2nd.
2nd.
I'm down for it, dude. We'll do a mobile podcast.
They're finally gonna bury him.
They're finally going to bury him.
I think. Wow.
Yeah, but where?
Like it
though?
fucking matters at this
Yeah.
point.
So
Who bought a plot?
here's his story.
Is this our local tax money paying for his burial, dude? Who the fuck?
No, I think Allman's
Probably
paying for
Allman.
it.
I
I
don't
think
pay-
Allman's.
I
They're
don't pay
probably
Reading tax.
they're probably like it's probably cheaper to bury this fucking sad sack of meat
Then
turkey
keep dusting him
than
and
it is
shit.
to keep dusting him and keep embalming him
They
every
probably
4
polished
years
him
or
with
whatever.
Nope.
Turpentine?
The man looks like he's made out of wood.
That's what I'm saying. That wood polish.
He looks like old
He's
newspaper.
Very
What do they
well
call that,
kept
Old
for
English?
being 200.
He is the color of
he
old newspaper
275
juice.
years old?
Kind of looks like a.
He
hardwood
is
floor.
128.
He looks like a basketball court hardwood floor.
He's 128.
He is the second largest attraction of Reading, Pennsylvania.
What's the
murder.
Yeah,
murder the murder
the Pagida.
the murder building?
Bajota.
Would you like to know what his story was?
Sure.
He just told us.
I gave the gist of
it. What happened to him? Why he was arrested and whatnot?
Yeah,
So
that's
he
what I
was
wanna know.
he was originally charged with drunkenness and suspicion and
He would spend the rest of his life in jail
no,
for
hold,
that.
well, no, hold on. There's
Okay,
a lot
okay,
more. There's
okay,
a lot more.
okay.
And they sent him to jail for the remainder of the week in an attempt to keep
a
him
rough
away
week.
from the crowds. All right, so. Oh wait. I'll start.
Yeah, you got to start in the
missed a little
beginning.
bit. So that was the first week of October 1895, right? And there was a parade that was going to happen, and it was highly anticipated and attracted members of firefighting organizations from all over the region. So on October 2nd, the parade for the occasion was scheduled to take place. An event of this magnitude also attracted those who would take advantage of the influx of traffic to attempt petty crime. And the day before the parade, a man was arrested by Philadelphia detectives, and that's who they charged with drunkenness and suspicion. That man was then released on Saturday, October 5th, and he made his way into West Reading. And in the early morning hours of Monday, October 7th, a Lizzie Doutrick, who was a servant sleeping in her bed at Morris Brown's boarding house, awoke to the man rummaging through her belongings, a.k.a. her pussy. He was knuckle deep inside of her.
He was giving her he was giving her the old stone man.
Yeah, he was just giving her the willy. And,
Oh my god, dude.
and she was letting that stinky little hole flaunt it.
It was 1895.
Yeah.
It was a 9 out of 10 chance it was a
Smelled
stinky
like,
hole.
smelled
wasn't
like
worse.
vinegar.
6 out of
rigger.
7 day chance.
Smelled like vinegar, garlic, and
Cigarette dust.
yeah.
Oh my
An old chewing tobacco.
That's my old
No,
spitting
that's
hole.
what it looked like.
That part would never be clipped, dude.
We
You know
got the
what I mean?
beef.
That might be. That might be clipped.
No, so then she awoke, and as she stirred, the man dove under her bed, a.k.a. her labia, and she caught a glimpse of his feet disappearing underneath.
She goes, hey, hey, hey.
But somehow,
You'll never catch me. Jump under the bed.
somehow she kept her wits
Somebody
about her.
half under. It's his whole like legs sticking out. She's like, is there somebody in here?
No.
Like, oh, okay, never mind.
Close the door.
Occupado.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was.
Could have swore I saw somebody.
Thanks for the
You didn't.
confirmation.
Okay, just checking.
You need anything? I'm gonna go to the fridge real quick.
So,
They don't have a fridge. Juice.
Who's in there? William Penn.
They got an icebox, dude.
I don't think they had a fridge in 18.
They got an
something.
icebox.
They do have an
dude. That
icebox.
was their fridge. They refrigerated.
somehow, Lizzie kept her wits about it and calmly got up, left the room, locked the door behind her because for some reason her door locked from the outside.
That makes no fucking sense.
And then she alerted others and authorities who arrested the man yet again.
That was at a time where you had to keep the kids in line. You had to lock them up.
You
from
lock
getting
'em up
all
in that-
mischievous.
yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
lock them.
Well, October 7th, the man was then a Philadelphian. He was reported burglarizing all of the rooms in the boarding house while the occupants slept. And it was also his identity he revealed as James Penn this time, which he was well known in Philadelphia circles and had served time there for breaking into homes.
He's like, no, I was my brother, William. I'm James.
So the same article reported that as soon as Penn was locked up in his prison cell, he attempted to kill himself by tying his handkerchief into a noose and looping it onto the bars of the
How
cell
big
door.
of a handkerchief?
He's like, I always carry one the size of a towel.
He's a clown.
Clown.
He's like, how do you think I get on the second story?
He's like, you ready for my next trick?
Jesus.
My
My
next.
next.
You've heard my neck trick?
I'm going to tie my neck into a knot.
A poodle. Oh, it's so stupid.
Well, because it was soaking in his stomach acid for so long, the handkerchief failed to hold his weight and ripped.
Would have never guessed.
No shit, dude.
So his death was not a suicide.
Well, he couldn't use shoelaces. They had buckles.
Could have swallowed a hot buckle.
It is true.
Oh, God, dude.
So he would not die for another 7 weeks, apparently, and he spent that time suffering what was believed at the time to be the effects of alcohol withdrawal. And on November 19th, 1895, he succumbed to what prison doctor J.F. Fike believed to be acute uremia, also known as kidney failure.
Basically had ghosts in his blood.
As he noted on the prison death record. He died because he swallowed a human arm.
His own arm. And he never cut it off. He suffocated.
He's like, my first attempt didn't work. Oh, my next one.
You think I can make myself disappear?
I'm gonna eat myself.
But really, he just forgot an handkerchief at the bottom.
Yeah, he was trying to get
a
it.
chain in there, but I lost the end of it.
He's like hitting himself in the forehead. He's like, I knew we should have tied a better knot.
Son of a bitch.
Well, when he died, on his death certificate, Dr. Fike revealed that James Penn was not his true name,
Would have never guessed.
but just what but he refused to identify himself, apparently. He claimed he had a brother and a sister who lived in New York and did not want to disgrace them. Unsure of what to do, prison staff released his body to Theodore Allman's funeral home. Allman injected Penn with an experimental embalming fluid. Transmission fluid.
Marvel Mystery Oil.
It's probably something they were drinking at the time.
That'd be pretty.
Like,
alarmed
this
if they said
Coca-Cola is good. See if it'll preserve the body. And it
I'd be
did.
pretty amazed if they put transmission fluid in there because there's no cars yet.
No, 1895, there's cars, but not automatics.
No, we're in gear oil.
Someone's got to figure this mystery out, dude. We got to find the
It's,
list of all missing persons.
I don't think-
from
I don't think
New
they
York.
had a very
I
good
think they-
list
I
of
think
missing
they-
people back then.
I wonder if
Everybody
they
went
could.
missing that moved.
I wonder if they could do DNA on his body now. Put it in like 23andMe.
Now you're gonna need to take a core sample.
Yeah, he's kind of made a hickory at this point. They're like, well, if we count the rings.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, if there is any DNA, they could source it with like
With
like
23andMe and be like, this is your great-great-great-grandpappy. But what if he never had kids?
Well, no, it would still.
You might be able to find like distant relative.
Well, if he had a brother and sister,
Yeah.
that line would connect, and you would know
I mean,
whose
honestly,
line he's from.
I doubt they want to
That's
find
it.
out who it is anyway because like, yeah, we had your brother or your great-great-grandfather on display.
Yeah, if you'd like to like put him by like a fireplace or on a mantle.
Hey, we got your great-grandfather. They're like, oh, they expect an urn. Fucking just,
Tink,
Here
tink,
he
tink.
is.
You set him down. It's like tink.
he stands
I don't
up pretty good.
I think it would be cool, like if like I found out.
Use him as a coat rack?
Great uncle did this. and it
Door
was, like,
stopper.
If you could claim him, would you? And like keep him?
I'd donate him to a museum if I could.
Yeah.
And
You
if-
wouldn't.
I
You
would
wouldn't
keep
keep him
him
at home as like
crib.
a coat rack.
I'd put him by the window.
If not, I'd probably have a burial for him and just put him in the ground.
I'd
so
put
he
him by
could
the
rest.
window. Nobody'd ever rob your house.
I wouldn't want to go in my own house. I'm not keeping him in the house. The fuck?
What
Are
if
you serious?
you ask him? You'd be like, "Can we repose him?" And you have him with his arms like this, and how he's
Yeah.
a coat rack every time somebody walks
Like,
in
can
the
we
house.
put joints in his arms so I can move him around the house.
No,
Yeah, like I want to reposition him.
no.
Oh, dress him for the holidays.
Every time somebody stays at your house, you just put him at the end of the bed, looking up.
I do a stop motion with him.
The Adventures of Stone Willie.
Yeah, it's like Home Alone shit. You put him on like a train track, dude.
You open a
like,
head
go
shop, you
around
call
the-
it Stoned Willie's. He's in the
Yeah.
front holding a tray of joints.
Yeah, that's a genius
See?
idea.
Put me in charge. We'll make $10.
That's not a bad idea. I could use $10. What else can I use, Juicebox?
What else could you what, dude?
What else can I use?
What else could you use for what?
I don't know.
What are you asking me?
He wants to learn some stuff from you today.
I mean,
You ready?
I got some. I mean, you really can't use it, dude. But I can't use it either.
What's in Jesus' box, we'll never know just what it is or where it's from. What's in Juice's box, let's look inside. We're gonna have a fun time. What's in Juice's box, mostly money stuff. What's inside of Juice's box today?
Oh, he actually has a fucking box.
I like the.
He's got the meats.
We've got the meats, dude.
First of all, that
Inside.
was
You sing that?
That was a love. They both did. You couldn't hear him too well.
No, it's just me.
Oh, really? I thought.
I didn't sing it, dude.
I thought I heard you in there. Too. Well, either way, that was
I
a
thought I
lovely
heard
intro.
Megan in there or something, dude. I thought
It's
I heard
just
a
me.
female voice.
It's just me.
Did you do some like Alvin and the Chipmunk shit where you did like a secondary like
There's
a,
like 8 lines
like
of
a
vocals
duo?
on that.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, the one sound
That
like
was
a
awesome.
chipmunk.
That was good.
So, I
What's in
mean,
your
dude.
box?
What's in the box?
I was
Alright,
going to put that in at first.
What's in
So
the
I don't
fucking
know.
box?
I mean, I don't even know if this episode that I'm going to refer to is vaulted or not, or if it's like available to be listened to. But
They're all out.
we had acknowledged one of the cardboard boxes in the first studio, aka my basement.
When we did the
No.
100th, we talked about it.
What happened is You had randomly found. You said
You
were
had brought up
cleaning,
the
mentioned
mummy.
the box, then
The mummy
grabbed it,
cards.
and then
Yeah,
just started
dude,
going.
yeah.
You had
through
mentioned
it.
the mummy cards, and then we looked up them. We wasted like a whole hour.
What you ended
and
up
then you just
doing-
kept bringing more and more shit
Yeah.
to the table.
Yeah.
You totally forgot we were having a podcast and just
Oh yeah,
rummaged
100%.
through
He's
a box.
bringing you like, dude, I forgot. Dude, you guys
That-
see this?
That is
Yeah.
what
And like we were still talking, and you can hear in the background you digging, and then just things appear.
Rummaging
So-
through your box.
So if any of you vividly remember that conversation enough, I had mentioned that the thing that I wanted to show you the most
Is
in
it cut?
relation
Brandon Fraser cut up in my box.
in relation to the conversation I had lost. Well, it's no longer lost, dude. It's in this box. And I wanted to show you, dude.
It's a head.
It might just be a head, dude.
It's an arm.
It's the shark's arm.
I apologize if
It's
I
an arm
got
of a
it.
shark. It's a shark.
I apologize
tiger
if
paw.
the box hits the frame.
It is a signed copy of a picture of a gentleman named.
Oh, you fucking serious?
Brendan Fraser.
This is not a copy, as Matt tried to just pay it
Signed
off as.
copy of a picture of him.
No, this is
It's a signed
picture.
headshot. That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Saying the
yeah.
picture's a copy,
Yeah.
but not the
Yeah.
signature.
It's not the original
yeah.
picture.
I have an original signed photo of
He's
Brendan
gonna
Fraser.
stab you with the fucking corner of that picture frame.
To,
Why are you getting an erection right now?
Juice loves Brendan Fraser a whole lot.
Well, I mean, I'm not hard.
He's a
dude,
good-looking
you know,
fella in that-
like,
in that
dude,
photo.
Not yet, but
dude,
he's good there.
that's some stud shit right there.
He was a very handsome man.
Yeah, dude.
He is.
Yeah.
That's,
very
that's probably a little bit
handsome man,
before
very nice.
Tarzan.
George of
That-
the Jungle.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was probably when he was in that movie with Adam Sandler when they were rockers. I forget what movie that is.
Yeah, I forget the name of it too, but I know the one you're talking about.
was like his first
because
big
he wore
movie.
like a kilt.
Yeah, and he had real
Yeah.
long hair.
What the fuck was that movie called?
That's dude. Fuck.
We are the worst at remembering
It's on
anything.
Netflix.
You guys will get it.
Nah, I won't. But I can picture him perfectly. I forget what it was.
I think it's on Netflix.
But yeah, dude. I fucking found it.
Nice. Where was it?
It was
Above his bed.
it was in a
It's been a while since I looked up.
I looked
It
up
was in
Brendan
a
Fraser
binder.
I'm always
movies.
looking down.
Like six
was
of them
in
are
a-
the Mummy.
it was in a binder.
Airheads.
Dude, it just came to me.
Airheads is the name of the movie.
Airheads.
Coincidentally, also what you guys are.
Well,
Sometimes.
So I tried doing research, and you can also pull it up on eBay as well. It's the only place where I could find it. I looked up other Brendan Fraser autographs, and I was only able to find one of this exact photo signed.
But is it worth a lot?
$30.
It's being sold for $550.
Well, beans that cost you nothing. That's a
But
come
that
up.
one,
How did you get that?
so
He mushroom stamped it on the side.
I mean, like,
So that one's worth even more.
So like
clean
the
it
only
up very
reason
well.
why I am a fan of or was a gnarly fan of Brendan Fraser
'Cause you
was
thought he was
because
cute.
of the first Mummy movie. Well, I mean George of the Jungle is dope, but I forget which came out first. Like the Mummy is what like
Juice,
the Mummy
Juice
is what
loves
my
all
go-to,
Mummy shit.
Dudes. Like I could recite like when I was younger like the entire fucking movie like. Some of my family members always like bring that up at like family get-togethers. Like, remember how you could fully recite the Mummy? Like, yeah, dude, I hear it every time.
Yeah, autistic kids are good at that.
Yeah, dude, we are.
Is your mom worried that you wanted,
I'm very
you wanted a
artistic,
signed
dude. I love drawing shit. I didn't
photograph
draw
Of a
this.
grown man.
of a grown man?
Huh?
Is your mom a little confused on why you wanted a sign?
She was absolutely cracking up when I told her I found this, dude. And then conveniently, there was this frame that was in the garage that wasn't being utilized, so I framed it
Nice.
so it never gets damaged. Shout out to the boy, Brendan. Because I know you're probably not listening, dude,
No,
but if
that-
you
but
ever
you should
do
be.
listen,
He is. I send
I
this to him every
fucking-
week.
you were the shit, my
should
dude.
start
You still
doing that on
are,
Twitter.
but, you know, like, when you were in the Mummy, dude,
I want him to hear your voice talking.
fucking Mr. O'Connell, dude, you know, he was the shit, dude, out here saving Egypt. Saving the world, really.
You know,
if you
in a
wanna get
world
to
where
it.
they keep making reboots and remaking movies, there's a chance there's a new Mummy.
The last one they did was
But I'm saying there's a chance they reboot The Mummy.
They could.
Because think about like the animation now.
animation
like the
was great
CGI
with
would
The
be
Rock.
way
That
better.
was such a good animation with The Rock as a scorpion.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's one of like the biggest memes ever when it
Was the
comes
Scorpion
to people
King?
talking about like the moon landing being CGI. It's like, bro, did you see the Scorpion King? The Mummy Returns Scorpion King.
I saw this on eBay for $5.
So to answer your question, my good sir, my aunt was friends with and still is friends with a woman named Liz, and at the time, like
Lizzie Doudrop?
No, dude, not Lizzie Doudrop.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that would be pretty gnarly. She worked out in L.A. in the late '90s.
Okay.
Well, like throughout the '90s and into like the early 2000s. Because like they met, I guess, either locally
Yes,
here or when they went to school in Boston. But like she went out to L.A. and I don't know if she worked like with him on set and got it somehow, or if like she was, like I don't know the whole story. Like,
Yeah.
like
So you don't
what
know if
she
it's authentic.
did. No, it is authentic. She met Brendan Fraser and got this.
But you
but
don't
like,
have like an authentication of it.
You could probably get it authentic.
well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
because
you
it
can.
came
You gotta take it to Pawn
from
Stars.
it came from his hands. It was given to Liz, and then it was shipped
Yeah.
back home here
But in
in
the
a
eyes
giant
of-
like padded like
collector.
envelope.
In the eyes of somebody that doesn't know you.
You just have to get it
Oh
verified.
yeah,
have
I
to
mean
do
I
that,
could
but-
totally send it off.
You got to go to
I mean,
Pawn
like,
Stars.
with-
He knows the guy. He's
Yeah.
a buddy.
He has a buddy.
I mean, like, I have
buddy
absolutely
that
no
actually
doubt
is-
in my
is
mind that it's like
professional
a fraud.
In
or
Brendan
anything.
Fraser.
Brandon
signature.
Fraser signatures.
And it's not a scan. I mean, you can see that like weird purplish pink sheen to like on the
From a Sharpie.
yeah, like it's not a scan. Like
probably
it is,
super
like,
I'm not
it's-
saying it is. I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
For
But
you
so
that-
I was just a wicked
Not that you're ever
fan,
going to sell your
dude,
pride
and
and joy, but if you were ever going
Yeah.
to.
You should make like a Helga
I didn't
Pataki
even
shrine.
know. Well, I mean, maybe I did know at the time, but like I don't think I knew that like she knew him, and like eventually I was gonna get it. Like one day we just got this in the mail, and it was handed to me, and I lost my shit.
The
dude.
first time you masturbated?
Come on, dude. Why you gotta do this, Brendan? If you're listening, because I know you are at this point.
Yes,
I
you
never
did,
cranked
dude.
one out, dude. But you are the shit,
Let me see it.
and I do.
Matt's gonna authenticate it.
I
for
do
you.
genuinely appreciate that you took the
you get a
time
sticker
to
up
give
as
me
a-
one of your headshots and sign it, because it's pretty fucking sweet. Yeah, go on.
Bring it over here.
I think there's a couple different
There's a couple
ones.
different ones.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
bees are all the same, though.
Well, you have to look up.
The bees are all the same.
I don't need
You have
anything.
to
I'm-
look up an autograph from like late 90s.
No, I don't gotta do
early
any of that.
2000s.
Jeez, but-
All those bees are the same.
When did the first Mummy? I mean, I can't believe I don't
And it's
even know
backwards
this, dude.
7F.
Like 2001, I think.
Maybe
That's an old headshot. That's older than what.
1999.
I was pretty close.
So I saw it in '99, and say I was told that I must have, or that I received this while I lived in the first house that I lived in. Like, when I was
Juice,
brought
don't you have
up.
that card of Brendan Fraser signed?
I have
That one's posted for $4,000.
I
The one was $1
have
million.
that card.
Just kidding.
I just don't have the signed version of that card.
You don't have the one that's worth $4,000.
Nah, but I do have. So I do have the whole collection though of that card set.
Just not the signature.
I have a signed one. It just isn't from. So like, it was a sweepstakes. Like if you got,
That's the
If-
card I'm talking about.
yeah,
And it's
the one on the
minted,
left.
and it's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like a 10 or something. Oh, it's an 8.5.
Dude, I could have my whole set rated and minted at 10. Because they've never been damaged. They were
Yeah,
bought
but it
from
comes
the
down to
packs
print and everything
immediately-
else on whether they're 10s.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah, if they're like straight
It
and
does
shit.
look similar to this one. The S kind of different, but
Yeah, but every time you do a signature, it's not gonna be exactly the
Yeah.
same.
I
My
have.
signatures are always exactly the same.
Mine's a pretty good scribble.
Exactly the same every time. Same size. Doesn't matter what size paper.
So,
I was born to do like fast signatures for people.
oh, dude, I just usually end up making like a star for like my last name today. It's not even like a fucking
this
like.
one's
Well, it's too many letters.
Yeah.
pretty
Like,
different.
I just make like a star like halfway through like my last name. So the people that are selling those, the only way that you were ever able to get your hands on that card or any signed Mummy card is if you went to enough Best Buy, not Best Buy,
Blockbusters.
Blockbusters or like other old like movie gallery type rental shops, and you could buy the
Like Hollywood Video.
the cards. No, you didn't buy any videos. You would
No,
buy
but I'm
the
saying like the
card
store
packs.
Hollywood Video.
It's like collecting Pokemon cards. You would go and buy these packs, And if you collect the entire like base set, like every single card numbered from 1 to whatever the thing is.
7.
No, it was like 150.
7
something.
and a half.
It was
I
like
have him sign it
almost-
twice.
was
It'd be
almost-
twice as valuable.
Well, dude, if he sees this and he wants to,
Sign it
do
again.
that as like,
Or
like an
sign over
ultra
your
fan,
signature.
like appreciation, that'd be fucking gnarly. But
You
yeah,
are a super
so,
fan.
So you would, I was at the time
you
when
still are.
when he was in the well,
can
yeah,
feel the
like he's
passion
still
in
a
your
dope
voice.
dude.
I think it's real.
It's definitely real, dude. Like it wasn't
No,
frauded by anybody.
Matt's trying to authenticate it for you.
You would send in the entire base set
It's
to
everything
the
I'm
company
reading.
that made the cards.
I can't confirm it. So best I can do is $2.
They would authenticate the card set,
And then
they'd
and then
send
at the
you
end of the
random-
episode, it's I sold this picture for $7,000.
Right. Take my deal. $2. Final offer.
You know what?
Look on
you know what,
eBay.
Juice?
There is one of this photo. Look on.
You know what, Juice? $6.
and then look at the signature. Because if he signed it at the same time as he had a stockpile of this headshot photo taken,
That's from the whale.
the signature would be very, very, very similar. Type in like late 90s or like early 2000s Brendan Fraser autograph or something. I forget what I
Did you look up headshot?
That'd be a headshot.
I have the it's in my,
Boom. Mummy was a sick movie, though.
dude, the Mummy was sick as
It
fuck.
was a smash hit.
It was a
There's a
great
headshot
movie,
there
I
and
think,
for
at
$200.
least.
It's not the same one though.
That's a body shot.
You're right. Why is he squatting like that?
He's pooping.
Yeah, sit
Type
like you're
in,
shitting in the woods.
Type in
That's for young Brendan. That's real young Brendan
Same
Fraser.
time frame as that one. Look, it's pretty similar.
That's School Ties. That's the first movie he was ever in.
Type in Brendan Fraser signed early photo. Because this must have been like fairly early.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that one. That one.
one's close
That
to
one
the
looks
signature.
more like that one than any of the other ones I've seen.
Brendan Fraser signed early photo. That's what I.
Here, send it to me and I can send it over. Or is it a screenshot?
It's a screenshot. It's not a link.
There it is.
No.
First photo.
First
yeah,
photo. Oh, is it?
that's it. That's the exact headshot that I have of it.
And they have it for $550.
Yeah, but that's a huge signature.
No,
on
that signature looks way different than. I would say that this one looks way
the
different
B
than.
is the exact same.
No,
It's a-
juice box,
it's a
but
No,
what I'm
but the
saying-
signature looks
arrow up
different than
top.
every other
I
signature.
would say that
I'd say it
this
looks like
one
it
on
says
the
a-
computer
looks like it
is
says,
not
like, I
real.
love.
That one looks more. Yours looks more like all those other ones than
that
this one
says?
does.
Yeah, that
What?
also says love
I
up
love?
above. Mine no, it just says love.
Yeah.
It does say I love. Like,
That's how I would do it, dude. If I was doing signatures, I'd be like, I love Carl Weichel.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so
why like
well,
a lot of
you know,
celebrities
go to
now
his-
ask you what your name is,
go to the
and if you give
description
them
of
like
it,
a
see if it's,
generic
like,
name or say
verified.
just sign it, they won't.
See if it was like authenticated.
Nah, we're not going through it.
It's all good. I'll look it up later. I'll try to verify it myself.
You should get that, Juice. It's $30. It's a signed cast thing.
It's probably a print, like a scan. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna keep Brendan between you and I for the rest of this, dude. He deserves to be a part
As
of
long
this.
as you don't pull your
conversation.
dick out.
Come on,
I just
dude.
rested on it. Makes me feel better.
Juice box. This one right here was authenticated, and this one does actually look like that signature. If you look how his B doesn't connect to his R in this one,
Yeah.
a lot of the other ones it did. The F is like identical. He's got
Yeah,
this
looks
little
like-
extra line next to his B over
Yeah,
here.
exactly like that one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how much is that selling for? Or is that
$10.
$200.
200. That's pretty cool.
Did anybody bid on it yet?
He did on your laptop.
I was gonna say, Juice. What's your credit card information? We're bidding $6,000.
I'm just
We're
gonna
getting
buy-
this
buy
one.
it
I don't
now.
need two different Brendan Fraser autograph photos.
So we're gonna get you as many as we can.
You can have one
Now-
sleep on either side of you then.
You know
Now,
what? Every year
dude,
for the
that's
rest of your
actually
life,
a
I'm
good-
buying you a signed picture of Brendan Fraser.
I actually now have a good question for all three of you. If you could, and I mean like in the time when like don't answer this and be like Genghis Khan or some stupid shit, but like in the time of like celebrities and idols and people like in your head that at some point in time made a like doesn't still have to like reflect on the way you view things or something, but someone that made an impact on you, like celebrity-wise. Give me like 3 people that you would love to have an autograph of. Or if that honestly, genuinely doesn't mean shit to you, then you can also answer that.
I will take the latter because I don't really look at any celebrity in a way that is idolization.
You would be
or
stoked if
anything.
you got like a Macho Man Randy Savage thing.
It'd be cool, but I don't
Stone
really
Cold
care.
people.
Like, what am I gonna do with it?
No. I'm just
don't know.
so you're more on that side, like you
I
don't
would-
give a
I'd
fuck.
rather
If I'm
meet
getting-
and talk to him.
Yeah, if I'm getting
That's not what
something.
I'm asking though. Like I'm saying, like is
Yeah.
there anyone out there that like Johnny Cash? Would you like an autograph from fucking?
Wouldn't care.
I wouldn't want an autograph.
I think
autograph
Would you
is
like
to
an
sell
autograph
it.
from
If it was
Hitler?
on something,
You know what I
though. It'd
mean?
be cool if
dude?
it was like on something.
Like if you had
got,
like a baseball from like Barry
like
Bonds
if
or
you had
Babe
a
Ruth.
guitar signed by like
Yeah, that might be
Slash or
cool,
something.
but-
No, I think it'd be cool to like you know you have that hood. If you had like a fucking hood,
Like
from
the Dale Earnhardt?
and then he signed it. That'd be cool.
a Dale Earnhardt
That'd be
signature would be
pretty
pretty
cool.
sick.
Like on a hood or like a broke like fender.
Like
Something
none
that
of
you can
you-
put up as
put
like.
up.
None of you
Yeah.
have someone that like you'd be like,
But I
would
wouldn't-
love to get that autograph from this person. Really?
Nah, there's nobody I really.
Nobody.
I'd rather talk to people.
Musician.
Like I'd love to like ask Elvis like
well, sure,
what's
dude,
it
so
like.
say that was the thing too, but like
To
I'm
die
saying,
in a
like is
shitter.
it?
No, to like be
just
literally
you to say,
the biggest
I have this
phenom.
autograph, dude. Like I got
I
this.
like I wouldn't want an autograph unless it was on something. Like I wouldn't
and
want
you'd
a photo.
also want the story, probably. Like
I'd want
him.
Yeah.
like if it was like
You
a,
met him on
like
the
a musician that I liked, I'd like a guitar with like a stick. It'd be
Or
like,
like
'cause
a
it's cool,
drumstick or
like something
something
you could put
signed.
up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree. With you.
Interesting.
Like I would take like a signed guitar by somebody like that I enjoy listening to, but I wouldn't want just the signature. I'd want like something you could hang up and be like,
All right, so say like a more sentimental thing. Like, have you ever had like a poster of someone that like you liked growing up and like having
Lamborghini
that
Murcielago.
specific? Yeah, I was gonna say a Ferrari
love this music.
Enzo from the Scholastic
Buffy the
Book Club,
Vampire.
dude.
You had a Buffy poster?
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, I did. She was hot."
So like in a more sentimental way, would it mean anything?
Well, she was the
to you if
vampire
that
slayer, by the way. She
poster
wasn't a vampire.
Specifically, where it gets signed by
I wouldn't
her.
give a fuck.
You went- okay.
I just don't.
I was,
like
I was just trying to paint a different.
dude, I had like a
thing to see if
6 foot
you
Stone
care.
Cold fucking poster. It was huge.
Bert, if you're listening, dude, I got one of your movie posters from the theater that I saw it at, from the one of 2 posters that they sent to
I'm sure if you
AMC.
sent it to him, he'd sign.
If you would entertain this, dude, I'd love for you to sign it. And
Sure.
maybe,
Pay for the meet and greet.
Maybe even Mark Hamill and fucking Jimmy
Neutron.
Tatro too. But you know, whatever, dude.
Mark Hamill's gonna be way harder to get a hold of. Like,
yeah,
way
but, you know,
harder.
Like, now that they're tight, you know, maybe he'll call him up, be like, "Yo, brother, listen, like there's this
one
dope-ass-
guy.
There's this dope ass dude. He called the movie theater every other day for
Is this a
3
Make a
weeks.
Wish?
Yo, what's going on here?
Is this a Make a Wish?
I was just trying to put it out
no
into the
clue what's
universe,
happening
dude.
right now.
Bert, love you. Anyway. Yeah.
You done now?
Well, we know you'd
Yeah.
like a couple autographs.
Yeah, yeah. What
Just
other
look at it.
what other celebrity
No,
should we
don't
reach
ask-
out to,
don't
Juice?
ask him.
Yeah, don't ask me. That's gonna be another 30-minute rant that y'all don't want to hear on autographs, so I wouldn't mind receiving.
What is it? They say. What is it?
What's that, bros?
What the fuck is that?
It's what?
What the hell is that?
What in tarnation is that?
What is it?
What is a signed poster of Brendan Fraser?
Priceless.
Dirigible.
Dirigible?
Dirigible.
Dirigible.
That ridge is awfully
D-I-R-I.
dirigible.
D-R-I-R. Wait, hold on. D-R-R-I-G-I-B-L-E.
That ridge
Dirigible.
is awfully dirigible.
D-I-R-I. Wait, you said D-R. Is it D-I or D-R?
D-I-R-I-G-I-B-L-E.
G.
Deary Gibbles.
Dairy Gibbles.
Deary
Give me the
Gibbles.
That's what you name
Dirigible.
your fucking gerbil.
A dirigible, yeah. that's
You're
what
awfully
my name is,
dirigible.
Dirigible.
I
Sounds
had
like-
a gerbil in the box too.
It
He
sounds like
did.
a slow kid trying to explain dribble.
Yeah, dirigible.
You
got
see me
a
over there?
gerbil.
Dirigible?
Dirigible in that ball? You guys see my baseball?
That's what I said. The ridge over there is awfully dirigible.
Juice box. 20 seconds for you, sir.
Oh shit, dude, dirigible.
Dude, this is a tough one.
10 seconds.
I'm gonna say it is something where it
2 seconds.
has two ridges. It's
That's it. That's all you get. 2 ridges.
two ridges.
Juice, do me a favor. Go grab Megan. I need an answer.
I was just gonna ask you to do that for me.
What?
Anthony, 20 seconds.
Yeah, your flashlight's on, dog.
Dirigible.
10
To be able to be moved with water.
I have no fucking clue.
Interesting. Coral.
It's a old word for
10 seconds.
like an old, like, not a slang word, but would it be like a derogatory word?
Slur.
Yeah, slur.
Oh, you're looking quite dirigible right about now, dude.
Look at this dirigible motherfucker.
Yeah, look at this dirigible. Dirigibly.
Can you give us a fucking clue? That's a
Dirigible.
crazy word.
It's an old. When you said old word, I was a big old
Dirigible.
word for mushy brain.
These are no longer popular because its cousin exploded.
Because it exploded.
Because its cousin exploded.
Its cousin exploded.
Yes, its cousin exploded.
They're not
Or
popular
it's-
anymore.
It's relation. It's
Relative.
relative. Maybe not cousin.
It's associated
It's associated.
in the family of design or
Yes.
species.
Yes. There's your hint. What questions would you like to know? Juice box.
I'm gonna say a dirigible.
what question?
I'm gonna ask: is a dirigible some form of flying aircraft?
It is.
I got Smee and ID. I got Smee and
Anthony?
ID, bruv.
What would you like to know about the dirigible?
Does it have a basket? Like a hot air balloon.
Does it have a basket?
Yeah, like do people ride underneath of it? Or inside
Well,
of
those are
it?
two different questions.
I know.
Does
I
it
know
have
the
a
way I asked
basket?
it.
Oh, this
I
guy's
asked
gonna-
it like juice.
This
What
guy's
is your
gonna call you out
final
for-
question?
Do people ride inside of it or underneath of it?
You're giving him like a final
Yes.
thoughts thing?
Yes.
You don't ever
He's
give
just gonna
me
say yes?
that, dog.
Okay.
No, because you do it every week. This was his
You're
one
right.
time.
I pulled a juiceism and said, does it
Yeah.
have? I was picturing hot air balloon in my
You
head.
should have just
Carl?
said, is it a fucking a couple times? Is it a fucking... a fucking, you know... What is drugs?
Juice, why didn't you guess off the
Is-
bat aircraft?
Is it
Because I had no
a...
fucking idea. I didn't think it had to do with anything mechanical.
what year was
I
it
hope you
banned?
win.
Thank you.
What was it?
Like, what year was it? Not banned, but stopped used. Stopped being used.
Fuck, dude.
Give me a second.
Mr. fucking Balloon Hands.
1937.
1937.
Oh, dude.
What?
I think. Well, I mean, I gotta wait until he starts to type or whatever. He still has to type your thing in.
Well, if you know right away, he doesn't have to start the clock.
Well, you all have to guess.
I believe
20 seconds, juice box.
it's like the die thing. I think it's two. So I think it was a two-manned, a very terribly designed two-manned like a blimp. Kind of like the
Two-man
friggin'
blimp.
what's called like the Hindenburg joint, something like that. But it's like two-manned or something, or like two.
You-
Wait, no, you
you
said
got two
you
man.
got two. You
That's it,
said
that's all
two.
you
And
get.
here, hold on.
Two something,
Here.
dude. It's like two compartments or I don't know, dude. Something
Two,
like
two,
that.
two.
Two. Yeah, two-man blimp, 222. 21.
So
21.
36.
Anthony.
I'm going
Why'd
off
you type
kind
in
of
yes for an
what
answer,
Juice said,
man?
but it's a pedal powered blimp.
Yeah, that's also I was thinking like a two-man pedal thing to get you out of there.
Okay.
But that would have been around like the Wright brothers,
So were you
which is
getting
way
2
earlier
out of
than
it?
that.
Carl?
Because
Because of die.
it's dry. He's done.
Well, then it's
No, it's not dry, it's dye.
It's a 2.
It's DRI.
It's a 2 blimp, like a double blimp aircraft.
Yeah, like that's it's like a 2 something.
like a
dude.
pontoon?
It's two
A
blimp.
pontoon of blimps?
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's like 2 is in like it's all wheel drive. That bitch handles water and the sky, dude.
Oh.
But they probably had flooding
It is a
issues
blimp.
or like electrical.
Is it the pedal
problems.
blimp that's underneath there?
So a dirigible is a blimp that isn't
A blimp.
powered under its own power. It is pulled behind something. A blimp can operate under its own power.
Oh, so these are like the things that are behind planes when they fly.
So this gets pulled behind it. Yes.
So none of us are right.
So,
Not pretty close.
Dude,
but
come on,
people
are you really gonna strip me of this?
People can ride
Why would you get
under
stripped of
them.
it?
People can ride.
What did you
under
do?
them.
You
Two-
said 2-man blimp.
To be fair, Carl said 2 blimp aircraft, and technically it takes 2 aircrafts.
No, he was talking 2 blimps. We're not going to modify that. He was saying 2
How
blimps.
are you gonna win? You
Oh,
said
wait,
2-person
hold on,
blimp.
never mind.
I asked if it's
Hold
a
up.
flying
Time
object,
out.
and
It says I read it wrong. They can navigate under their own power. So they do use
They use a
navigate
lifting
under-
gas,
yeah.
so they're filled
I
with
asked
like
if it was a
helium or
flying
nitrogen
object.
or
I
something.
had the idea. I immediately said blimp. What do you mean?
Well, the hydrogen one is the one that blew up. They don't do that anymore.
You said a
I didn't
2-person
specify
blimp.
how it flew.
Because that was the Hindenburg when it caught on fire.
Bruh,
And,
you
like,
said
8 people died.
cousins. That's the cousin of the
Listen.
Hindenburg.
I'm giving Juicebox 5 points and some bells, if you could for me, Anthony.
I love
because
you. Thank you,
He
Judge.
guessed flying aircraft right away, and he was the first one that said blimp. That put you guys well on the road to blimpdom.
That's bullshit.
Thank you, ladies and
Because
I
gentlemen.
he
think
was
because of
guessing
his, I think
first.
because of his second guess,
It was my
he should
first
lose
guess.
points.
I was the first one to ask the question. I nailed
For
it
the
right
amount of
on
times
the
he said
head.
2, he should lose 2 points.
He also mentioned the Hindenburg, which was the exact.
I knew that's.
um,
Well, I'm
when you
not,
said
like,
cousin
all
that blew
bullshit
up.
Aside,
Yeah.
I knew that's what it was.
Yeah.
Especially when you said the year, I was like, oh, it's like some type of aircraft because
Yeah.
of Hindenburg.
So
The Lindenberger
I got to
cheese.
give it to Juice on this. I think
Fucking bullshit. You can fit more than 2 people on there.
you can. But
Dude,
it's
I
not
just thought it had
2 blimps.
something to do. I mean, like, I wanted to be even more specific because I thought the die had something to do with 2.
It's dry.
but-
Or
No, it's
deer.
not. It's D-I-R. It's not
D-I-R.
D-R-I.
It's dir.
Yeah, dur.
Dirigible. It ain't that rigid, clearly, because they stopped making it.
They're semi-rigid architecture is actually
they're-
what they're described as.
Yeah, they're dirigid, dude. Because they did. Dirigible.
So dirigible has the French meaning of steerable.
I like that.
Yeah.
So are they ran by bicycles?
No,
I don't think so,
they're
buddy.
not ran
No,
by
they're not.
bicycles.
I pictured it in my head. There is something that's like that.
Oh yeah. I guess if you put a bicycle underneath this and that's
And-
what powered it forward, then
Yeah.
yes, that could.
That's
that
how
would
I
be a
pictured it
dirigible.
in my head. Is there is something that's like that where they have
What's
bicycles
in
under
your
them.
head?
You're probably thinking of like some type of Leonardo da Vinci type.
Yeah, Leonardo
Yeah, dude,
DiCaprio
you're
type
thinking,
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're
You have
thinking
his signature?
Wesley sends his hose out on once they turn 24, dude. He's like, hey, take this invention from
Yeah,
1937.
that was when the Lindenberger burned up because it was full of cheese.
I
With
love
all due respect,
cheeseburgers.
you're not ready for that cheese.
I love cheese.
We should get somebody to do a skit where it's a blimp filled with Lindenberg
I'm getting my
cheese and
ass
it catches on fire.
kicked.
I was just hoping one of you guys won. I wasn't that motivated to win this one. I got yelled at.
You had nobody else cheating for you.
I got yelled at.
That was fun, guys.
Well, yeah, dude. I wish someone saved that video.
Of what?
What?
We had one of our listeners chime in, and they actually sent in a personal video of them while driving,
Oh,
going on a very strong on our side rant on how he actually should be stripped of points.
Oh wow!
So like, I don't know if we want to. He said that, like, to be fair, we should put it out to all the listeners. We'll do a poll on Instagram
I'll just cut this part.
on whether or not he
We have
should.
to do a poll on Twitter. It's the only thing
He
worse.
should.
than
Yeah,
poll on
yeah,
Twitter.
you're-
Because, like, See,
You could
but
do a
there
poll
also
on
is-
TikTok, but you know.
There also is honor.
Oh.
There also is. I see what you did there.
We could ship
there.
out,
There also is
polls.
honor.
Yeah,
in
you could
how
mail
he
polls,
answered the
but-
question.
Mail them out. Yeah, we can.
He did truthfully answer the question. So there is honor in that. He could have tried to play
And
it off
as
and
I've
be like,
stated
she
before,
didn't give me anything.
I had full
They
intentions of
both-
her just saying it.
They both
because she
admitted
wanted she wanted to take a guess.
They both admitted it. But I still, well, I mean, I didn't even think about stripping you of points. But one of our viewers.
You know what? I just got an idea.
What?
I don't know if we did this. We do this last week.
One piece of hair.
Don't worry about my hair, boy.
He's going Super Saiyan.
Oh shit, Goku.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the court.
Oh my god.
I thought you didn't want to do this voice because you got tired of it.
You're right.
You unplugged yourself. He unplugged his own mic.
Did we already have you guys defend yourself like that, like we did with that? What did we do when we did? I used
Well,
What the fuck is going on?
So,
I used that voice last
That
week.
was-
last
that was
week we had a
when-
court case. Matt played a video.
Forgot we did that.
Oh,
Matt,
that's right.
Matt
Yeah.
played a video
Of a
where
man-
these two dudes are in a guy's. The video starts off where two guys are in a garage and they're being like fought out
Of the
by
house.
the homeowner
Because they broke in.
because they broke in trying to
And then
steal
the homeowner drags him back in and keeps beating him
And
up.
I noticed.
Homeowner-
Really?
Yeah.
Locks the
homeowner
door
wants
so the
seconds.
other the
He
second
locks
robber
one
couldn't
out and
get
beats the
back
fuck
in.
out of the other
Real
one.
video?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
I don't know how it came up.
well,
but
there was a
somehow-
longboard in the background, and I said if I was him, I would knock that guy's skull into next week with the longboard. And Juice said that's excessive force, and I go, they broke into my house.
Then they argued a little bit. I said, whoa, let's role play this. I'll be the judge. And I don't remember my name or what it was, but
Yeah,
But he was
they
Roscoe
did,
P.
but they
Coltrane the
got-
entire
the
fucking
accent in which I
I
time.
got tired of doing this voice, so that
Dude,
we
it was like
cut the
20
court
minutes
case.
of it. I couldn't keep it
Yeah.
up.
I barely
He
even,
slammed-
I
he
barely
slammed
even
the gavel
spoke during the whole
early.
court case. Juice just went on a whole tangent, and I was like,
you
"How am I
only
wrong?"
Gave me my side, and you never let him fight
Because he
for
asked,
his
he
side.
asked
I was
me.
on his side the whole
I
time.
know. Matt asked me what happened. I said these fuckers broke into the house, and I took their head off with a longboard.
And I said, interesting.
And then
okay.
I countersued for the cost of a longboard.
Yeah.
because I broke it on their head.
Didn't I reward you the victory in the case?
No, you.
No,
awarded
I think you
me
awarded Juice victory.
Because
Oh, man, I'm a terrible judge.
Yeah.
Use that
No.
or you're a good lawyer.
I was a fantastic
I said this
lawyer
proves-
because I argued that in the very beginning of the video,
Juice made a scenario that the
You-
car broke down
No,
and they came into the house.
Yeah,
And I invited them in.
I said that they were looking for directions. Their phones were dead. Their car broke down. They needed help. I argued in this court case,
But they were wearing ski masks in the video.
That my clients were just looking
That was
to
his
get
defense.
some help, and this guy pulled them in because
Yeah.
you only.
Well, he
because
can
the start of the
Juice,
footage.
Juice, he can listen
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
You don't need to.
Yeah, you can
we
watch
we
it.
don't need to do two podcasts the same.
Sure we can. We can recap every podcast.
Well,
Every other podcast will be a
Brendan's
recap.
also here too, so you can hear his
Fuck
his
that guy.
opinion on it. Does Brendan have a voice? to
Somebody
voice
playing
his-
music? Oh, you are, Matt. Go down to...
I'm not playing music. Is there a ghost down here?
Yep.
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
music you used for?
Is
Yeah.
Brother Man
I
haunted?
did that before too. We just started randomly playing. I started playing.
If he hits a certain keys together,
Yeah.
it'll immediately play
I'd be
music.
slapping keys.
We wouldn't have these types of hauntings if we built.
Dude, I
Brother
do
Man
like the role
Ranch.
playing shit though, that we did that one
Oh,
day.
yeah. It gets real hot.
It's fun to do.
Wait, what role play?
The
What
impro-
role-
improv.
You know, like when I deliver
We
the
start-
package,
we
and then you're like,
foreplay.
"Oh, I didn't order anything."
The
Yeah,
the
yeah. You start
improv.
from my toes and you work your way up.
Why it's gotta be me?
Hey, Mr. Postman.
It doesn't have to be you. It just usually is you.
Do you guys want to hear my weird thought of the week?
I have one
Hold
too,
on.
but I'll let you go
let's-
first.
Well, all right.
I'd love to hear these two. Go on.
You ever notice how snowball fights and water balloon fights are the same thing at different times of the year?
They're just different temperatures.
I don't think they're the same thing.
You never had a water balloon fight in the winter, dude?
You don't
You
encase
never
the-
took one
water
in the
and
face like a
frozen
man?
water.
You don't encase your snowballs in
Well,
rubber.
because you can't hold water together any other way.
Yeah, you figure out another way, and you tell me.
What takes a shape better? You can throw cups at each other. Cups of water.
I mean, I haven't really thought about that, but now that you brought it up, yeah, they are pretty much one and the same.
up.
You're still because
Matt,
in
that
both
was fucked up.
seasons you have two different forms of delivering a liquid or once liquid
H2O.
to the face.
Of the technical name H2O,
H2O.
to a face. Yeah.
It's just two different ways and two different seasons on how to deliver that fucking blow to the side of your
The only
face.
difference is 6 months of time.
Give or take.
Give or take.
Depending where you live.
Yeah.
Certain people don't get to ever experience that.
Hey, can you just throw your water balloons in the freezer?
Yeah, some countries don't have
like
water.
equator babies, we had like I put a bet that an equator baby would last longer in a hot car than a non-equator baby.
And Matt's solution involved killing babies.
What was your weird thought? We're
What's
not
your
gonna go
thought?
over the. We're not
Yeah.
gonna go over last week's podcast.
This
looks like a
podcast
figurehead.
is a cult.
Brother Man Colt.
You guys got to start treating it that way. Like, share, subscribe, and tell Juicebox.
Give us
to
10% of your pay.
stop drooling on the goddamn couch.
Stop burning the couch with your dudes.
Fuck you!
dude.
I didn't burn
The
it this
fuck?
week. Eat my asshole
This
from
the
the
first
front while
time,
you look
dude.
me in the eyes.
Give us 10% of your
Subscribe.
paychecks.
We
Don't even
out.
subscribe, dude. Just share, dude. It's the most important part of the whole list. Tell your friends.
Brother man.
Love you.